A mass shooting has tragically claimed the lives of 3 students and 3 staff members at a Christian private academy in Nashville, Tennessee. Before we get any deeper into that, though, be sure to like, subscribe, turn the notifications on, share around if you're feeling generous. All my socials are down in the description below. I don't feel that this is really the appropriate type of video to be just pimping my Twitter and my Instagram. I apologize for my voice. I have food poisoning. I'm not going to drop the name of the company that gave it to me, so I don't want to get sued. It is what it is. It's a chain, though. Just be careful who you drive through. So that's why I didn't drop a video yesterday. Apologies on that. And apologies for me seeming a little bit run down today. But yes, so we have got a mass shooting at I believe it's like K through 6 school in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a private Christian school. You don't hear about a lot of shootings going on at these at Catholic and Christian schools. Most of them happen in public schools. In fact, I think I could count on one hand how many times a religious school has been the target of a mass shooting. My high school, public school, got shot up. Fun fact, just so you guys know. But no, so I don't think that it's extremely rare. And it's starting to come out that the shooter was transgender. Now, we don't use shooters' names on this show or on this channel. I don't on my show either. We don't show their faces because I don't think that does any good. But when you look at the identity of this person, I think it really does bring questions forward as to the motives. I don't think this is a matter of, oh, I got bullied at this school, so I'm going to go shoot a bunch of people. You have to look at the facts here. They're saying there was a manifesto. I'm sure that'll come out after they've had time to scrub it. You've got a transgender, I believe, biological woman, and she transitioned to whatever. It doesn't really matter. In Nashville, Tennessee, shooting up a Christian school just weeks after Tennessee banned gender-affirming care for minors. And they supposedly got a manifesto. So, I mean, you've got to wonder, man. I really don't. And this person did attend the school. So maybe there are some harbored emotions there, but it really seems like this is targeted political violence, which is by definition terrorism. Violence with the express intent of advancing a political or religious goal. Because that's the big thing, is everyone likes to say every time there's a mass shooting, oh, it was terrorism. Well, not necessarily. First off, like, there's a difference. When a guy shoots, well, in this case, a woman, but when a guy shoots a bunch of people at a mall or a school or whatever, and his reasoning was, I can't get laid, or, I got off my meds last week, or waffles, that's mental illness. When their reasoning was, the legislature passed this bill, or Allahu Akbar, or insert political or religious slogan here, that's terrorism. This is looking more and more like an act of terrorism. Now, we hear all the time from people on the left that commentators like Matt Walsh, like Michael Knowles, got the name right that time, Steven Crowder, people along Jordan Peterson, people along those lines, that their quote-unquote hateful rhetoric is going to lead to violence against trans people. Well, I haven't seen anyone commit acts of violence towards trans people, or anybody else for that matter, based on the rhetoric of Matt Walsh. If this is what I'm predicting, and it's looking more and more like it is, and that's why the information's trickling out instead of gushing out. If this were a Trump supporter that went and shot up like a mosque or something like that, you'd know immediately. But that's why this information's starting to trickle out. So it's starting to look more and more like I'm correct, that this is some type of politically motivated situation where they're upset about the laws the common sense laws, mind you, going into place, banning the mutilation and sterilization of children. If that's the case, do people on the left have to claim responsibility for this violence? I mean, you've spent the last 2 years riling up a faction of the population that objectively suffers from more mental illness than any other demographic of people. And you've been doing nothing but telling them that they're being genocided over the last 2 years, which is an outright lie. These laws in these legislatures are not genocide, but you've told these people nothing other than you're being genocided. These laws are going to exterminate you, and it's not true, and you guys know it. But you've pulled the strings. You've pulled the strings of a group of people that, again, has more documented mental health problems than any other demographic in this country. And you've told them they're being exterminated by white, right-wing Christians. And maybe not even white, because it doesn't really seem to be a racial thing. But by right-wing Christians. And then some guy, girl, goes and shoots up a school full of Christian kids. Is there, by your own logic, there's some responsibility there. Because, I mean, you tell a crazy person that they're being genocided, what are they going to do? They're going to go out and, oh my God, I got to fight back. I got to take the fight to them. I'm not going to get genocided. I can't let this happen. They go and they mow down a bunch of school kids. It's absolutely disgusting what happened. Every mass shooting is disgusting. Like my heart and my thoughts and prayers are obviously with the victims, and their families. It's absolutely tragic what happened. I can't even imagine. I really can't. It's what the parents are going through. It's every time this stuff happens. It's it's like I said, my shooting was the shooting I went through in school wasn't as bad as something like this, but it's still, I mean, just the memories, and it's just that those couple hours of unknown that it just brings back to me, and I can't imagine. I can't imagine actually, but I can't imagine what the parents are going through that lost their kids. I couldn't even imagine. And I don't think this is the time to push homeschooling and stuff like that. I don't think that's the time. That just wait. I agree with you. I hear you. I understand you. But just wait a little bit. Same way it's not the time to push gun control, or honestly, it's not the time to push more laws against trans people or anything like that. It's just everyone relax. Everyone relax. I mean, I see the usual grifters like the Krasenstein brothers and David Hogg and all those people, they run their mouths. That's what they do. That's what they do. Well, the Krasenstein brothers have changed the subject, and Joe Biden was talking about ice cream today. So there's that. If you are on the pro-gun side, again, this shooter the fact that this shooter was transgender and this was likely an act of political violence means that the regime is going to focus 100% on the gun control element of it, because normally it's 50-50. It's right. They like to paint the person as a right-wing terrorist, and when they can't do that, it's 100% on the gun control aspect of it. Honestly, a lot of people probably want more Christian people dead, so there is that too. So maybe they'll just leave it alone. Maybe they'll encourage it. They kind of have encouraged it. The people that pull the strings in this country have been fanning the flames of a civil war for the last decade now. It's really hyped up since Trump took office, because they really tried to destabilize it when he took over, and you know what? It's worked. They've separated us on, imaginary lines like gender and race and stuff like that, and this transgender nonsense. They've separated us along those lines, right versus left, and this is unfortunately just the boiling point of it. This is the peak. You have a transgender person that, well, they passed these laws that ban gender-affirming care. I feel like I'm being exterminated because my favorite political hack journalist is telling me that I am. So now I have no choice, quote-unquote, no choice, but to go mow a bunch of kids down at a Christian school that had nothing to do with this. It's repulsive how the regime has divided this country. This is the peak. I don't know what they thought was going to happen. You play with fire like this and you encourage people like this. This is the inevitable conclusion. I wish I could say I thought it was going to get better. Maybe I'm just because I'm sick. I'm pessimistic, but I don't know, man. They've divided people and to the point where that they're just openly committing acts of violence against the most innocent members of our society because that they feel that this is the righteous thing to do on their end, that they're being oppressed and genocided. It's disgusting. Anyway, that's really all I got for you guys this week, or today, not this week. My show, That's Base, will drop this Saturday. Most recent episode, the link's in the description from 2 days ago. Like I said, hopefully I'll be back to my regular posting schedule in these next couple days. This food poisoning shit's got to pass, man. I feel horrible right now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse. Peace out, and stay based. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn the notifications on, and share around if you're feeling generous. It would really mean a lot to me if you guys did that. You can follow all my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, Caleb Salvatore Comedy on TikTok, Caleb Salvatore on Rumble right below. They're also in the description. You can literally just click them and go to the website just through the link. There's no additional work required on your end. I promise you're not going to regret it. Follow me everywhere. You can also check out my show, That's Based with Caleb Salvatore. Episodes air every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Video on Rumble, audio on Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Outlawstreamers.com to learn more. That's the network we're on. They don't let us post full episodes to YouTube. You go check it out. You'll see why. That's Based with Caleb Salvatore every Saturday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, wherever we're not banned, which unfortunately YouTube is just one of those places. We do post clips of it here, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on this YouTube channel. It plays by YouTube's rules. It gives you enough of a taste of what you're getting into. Go check those out, see if you like them, and give the show a full listen. The full listen it deserves. You can also go to my website, which hopefully it's up by the time this video airs because I've had so many problems with it, CalebSalvatoreComedy.com for booking, dates, and merch, and much more. Not really. It's really just those three things, but that's okay too. Click one of those two videos over here. Go see what else I got. Please, just like, subscribe, watch it, share it around. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse. Peace out and stay based.